1:18 p.m. Tuesday, September 24th, 2024. It's my birthday, 118. 11891. But it's 1:18 p.m. Tuesday, September 24th, 2024. Lunchtime. Some New York style sausage with peppers, chili, cheese. I was indecisive with what I wanted, so the lady said that I had her put the toppings on the wrong order, that it's going to be messy. I'm hoping anybody pops in here. I'm so much better with engagement. I expect to drop some. I'm hoping if anybody feels like it, I can do some engagement in the chat. Really helps me get my New York style sausage, brother. It's alright. It's not bad, but I do like the sausage in red sauce, which I just learned is called Southwest style. That's what she's going to start making next week. New York style hot sausage, but it's not hot. What's up with you, hidden face? Thank you for commenting in the chat. I don't have expectations on any friends coming with us. It's my fault. I don't do enough consistent streams, and I don't put a thing up ahead of time. I might get one or two people that know who I am if I did it right. All right. I've eaten worse, that's for sure. What's up with you, hidden face? I won't be able to see you if you tell me what little bit that's going on today in your life. Engagement. What have you done all day? I've spoken to a lot of people on the phone. That doesn't help me at all. Give no name or picture. I'm talking to a lot of people on the phone. Or people that would surprise you. Give me a hint. Give me a hint. I thought about that. But a lot of people would just say that too. I believe you. But I know you might not be Mark. And you could just be somebody else. Just saying you're Mark because people know that name who was around for all the past YouTube stuff. Call me anytime, Mark, with you. Well, gotta move my feet. A silver. I'm gonna call you Mark, but if you're not actually Mark, like Mark from back in the day, Mark that I did talk to on the phone, then I don't think that's cool either. Like, so Overwatch, I prefer that you actually be Mark if you start saying that. But I'm gonna refer to you as that because you told me, so I'm gonna assume that you're telling the truth right now. Mark. Overwatch said a silver 5-pointed star balloon was struck by lightning when we were on the phone. I also had black helicopters flying over my face. People don't even know what phones are. Like actual landline phones. People still don't even know what that is. You think you're separate or something like. I didn't know that though, but. Lots of stuff happens around me. That's a fact. I can prove it. Like, I can prove it. What was the balloon? Never seen a 5-pointed star. Oh, like a birthday balloon or something, but it was like shaped like it. I think I know what you mean. You say balloon, my mind goes to the Chinese things that they told us about. Y'all want to come with me or you want me to end the stream? I don't even care either way. If it starts raining, we're probably going to have to cut things off. It was sprinkling a minute ago. There needs to be rain really bad, actually, here. I'm in Washington, PA. If you guys want to go see the main part of town, I'll go grab my flyers out of the car and go try to get a job together. I don't know if this is visible. It says the grill on Chestnut. They're still putting the decals on the glass and stuff. And then there's another door when I walk through here. Let me turn the camera away, like from me. I met the owners of this place. There's some stuff I could show you guys. this place is going to be opening soon, they said. Oh, you said, no, I didn't remember it, but I do remember talking to you and everything, but you said, you remember that right around the time you were working on that house, which I do remember very well. Old military. I know who you are, Mark. If you're Mark Mod 18, I know who you are. I've communicated with you a bunch of times. I've communicated with you on the phone and comment sections and live chats. My own comments back and forth. One thing, Mark, I know that the person who was always Mark Mod 18 for years was tuned in, for sure. I mean, just because I give everybody a hard time if I can't see, I do. But I don't remember telling me that there's so many things that happen. I'm telling you that I 100% believe you, and it doesn't sound like some kind of instance that somebody would just say, you know what I mean? I gotta go grab some flyers. I don't know if I remember talking to you, but let me reread the comments from the top. It's so that it makes sense because my chat isn't visible after. You said, we have spoken on the phone before. You know who this is, and yet you have no idea. And I was like, no, I didn't know. And you said, it's Mark 18 Mod 0. And I was like, oh, okay. That does kind of make sense, and I did have that thought. And then the chat says, a silver 5-pointed star was struck by lightning when we were on the phone. I also had black helicopters flying over my place. You remember that, right? Around the time you were working on that house, you were trying to get ready for your family. Old military vet you said you would talk to, where you brought your trusted tea, remember? Okay, wasn't sure of that. You knew that for sure. My twisted tea? Probably. I have to think about things if I haven't for a long time, but I don't want you to think I don't know who you are, Mark. Like, I definitely remember communicating with you enough that I could say, I know I was definitely on the phone with you. See that bad boy right there? I don't want to show any numbers on it or anything. That's my driver's license. That's for the interlock system. Here's my phone number, everybody. If you're around Washington, PA, call me for work. If you're on YouTube, have a reason. Don't just call me. Because I won't talk to you if it's not interesting. It's not a reason. Just do it. It's not disrespectful. Mark, I'll answer the phone for you. And I'm not like busy and stuff, but I'm not trying to really have phone conversations with anyone. Unless there's a purpose to it. Let's go and find some flyers. The live's gonna pause for one moment, but that's because I'm sending a message to my cousin, and then I'm going to. It'll probably say the live is paused for like literally less than a minute. You said the old vet was in the honor guard. What old vet then? That balloon got struck right after I got off the phone with SJD. I was on the phone with you. I do vaguely remember you saying something. Like, I just don't want to pretend like I have a full memory of that. But I know it's true. Put it that way. I know it happened. I know that the phone conversation happened. I know you told me that, yes. It is coming back a little bit. I don't get on here and lie. I would rather look stupid or like I have a bad memory or something. Because like there's not even a good reason. I just don't like it. I'm just tired of everybody doing that. Kapooey. I don't want to see it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to hear it. I just want the truth. I'm just trying to figure out who the old vet was in the honor guard. That's who I want to know. Are you the old vet, you mean? I'm trying to think. I know a lot of old veterans from a lot of different, parts of the military and stuff. I know a lot of old guys who fought for this country here. They know I'm not caught up in the bullshit. I celebrate the warriors of my society, regardless of the ones who are calling the shots. Even if I don't disagree, even if I don't agree with the decisions that the shot callers of the military and stuff. A lot of people in the military know me. I know I'm related to some of them, and I've been friends with some of them my whole life, and I've always respected everybody and stuff because I understood it. I don't like that talk. Same way with cops, but we have an institutional issue now that has to be addressed. It's not about an individual or disliking somebody because of their job. It was during your Twisted Teas and Blunt days. Well, I ain't going to do it, but I wouldn't mind a Twisted Tea and a Blunt right now. I'm going to have the Blunt later. I wouldn't mind a Twisted Tea right now, too. Flip the camera around so you can see what I can see. Or you. Once again. It's my mom's building here. Well, the building's not hers. My mom's office is in this building. If I see something cool, I should record this now. They're hard to see in the grass. But this is the tree that they are on in Washington, Pennsylvania. And then there's another big building down that way that I showed on another video. This is where they're at. Most of them are dead. Some of them are moving. I don't know, they must have something where they mate and then they die. I'm pretty sure, the whole grass is full of them too, but I could tell the camera's not picking them up as good as at the bottom of the tree. And I'm not so certain that, I don't know why they're all dead, because they come and they die, and they come and they die, but I don't believe anybody's doing anything to kill them. I don't think they're getting sprayed or anything. Because I don't think the city is aware of them being on that tree. Because they're buzzing around and stuff, so I don't think people realize that every other tree in the main part of Washington is not surrounded by them. Except for that one tree. So you wanted to get rid of them. I just wish I could remember who it was. I know, I 100% know that it could be my great uncle. He had a doctor's appointment yesterday. Urinary tract issue. I would like to know how he is now. My great uncle, he was a naval intelligence guy. At least that's what it seems like. He was somebody high up in the Navy, and he used to always, not me, but the next generation up, when they were all kids and stuff, he used to bug him and ask him and be like, where did you go? And he used to always say, it's really not allowed to talk about anything from work. So I guess I shouldn't say naval intelligence. He was naval something. He's had a lantern fly crawling on the back of my neck.
I was going to flip the camera around the show, but I couldn't take him being there anymore. I have some cool things to show you guys. This right here is like the main part of Washington. Not like this, but this area, this like radius here. The courthouse is on the other side of these buildings, and that's Main Street at the top. Going left to right there, and we're gonna make a right. But there's some cool stuff to see on the way. Show you the lunch spot right now. Me and my mom ate lunch at Munch Ladies right there today. But whenever I come up, whenever she's not going to lunch or whenever she has food there or whatever, look at this. Check that out. I didn't even ask for them to do that either. They offered to. I just sit in there at the bar area. It's not a bar like an alcohol bar, but it's like where I sit and eat is like a bar. And I just had my roll of flyers sitting in front of me because they're always in my back pocket. And the guy making the food was like, I know who they are, kind of. Like, I went to school with them. There's two of those. It's a long story, but I do think that they could at least figure out and realize that I was in school with their son. We always got along. We just didn't talk much. They put my flyer up. And look at that. I don't get to go to President's Pub yet. That's President's Pub right there. You want to hear something, Mark, that's kind of funny? Like a little spiritual meaning to it, I believe. I don't go to President's Pub when I go sit inside of an actual bar in Washington. I go to Mayor's. But I'm going to go to the Union Trust Company President's Pub soon. I'm not going to make this whole walk up because I need to go back to the car. This is Main Street here. I was going to walk all the way down to the courthouse. I will. I really wanted to brush my teeth after I ate. Knock it out. I got my toothbrush and stuff in the car. I was going to do it real quickly. Kind of makes me uncomfortable now with these teeth on top. I wish I get nothing good at bars. It's probably right. I wish I could know. Wish I could know who the old vet was. Hey, how are you? Yes, I got you.
How you know I like these on?
Hey, well, I'm glad you do. Let me give you 2 of them.
Okay. Thank you up there.
I appreciate you. I don't go to a bar like very often. I've been to a bar literally a handful of times, and most of them was last week. I go in and by myself and sit in there and try to make host and stuff. I drank a hard slushy whenever I went in there each time. 2 before. Oh, I never sent that message to my cousin. I just need to see if she's going to be around. Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive structure. Get it to zoom back out all the way. I'm sorry, y'all. That needs to be changed. How the zoom works during live, that doesn't good. It should work how it works in the camera roll. Like how when you're using just a regular camera, I still think I'm partially zoomed in, ain't I? I'll flip the camera this way and then see. And I'll flip it back if it unzoomed itself. I hadn't noticed that before. That's bad. The way that the zoom works, shouldn't be like that. I just wanted to get up to right here, and then I'm going to start looping back around that block. That's the Caldwell Building, South Main. The George Washington Hotel was the last thing I wanted to put on here real quick. Oh, well, there's an herb garden down here that I already showed. This hotel has a presidential suite in it. I used to take steroids and go to a gym inside of there with a bunch of people I knew from NA. That's what you should be doing in NA, is probably taking steroids. What is up with this Zoom thing? Maybe you're the problem, Overwatch. You see it happening to him and me, man. Excuse me. This one cut out because of me. I gave a warning it was going to do it for a second. I had to send my cousin a message to see if she was here. Is that flag half-staff today for some reason? Something I don't know, Mark? Something I don't know? What am I missing? What's today? Why is the flag half-staff? Now there's 0 people in here. I'm going to take this as a clip if you can see it from here. Why is the flag half-staff? It is 1:47 p.m. Tuesday, September 21st. Scratch that. It is Tuesday, September 24th, 2024. 1:47 p.m. and now I'm under it. There's the top of the flagpole. If the flag was all the way up, you'd be able to see it. But both flags at the Washington, PA courthouse are half staff. I'm guessing there's a reason, I don't know. But if anybody would like to tell me what it is, I don't know. Why is the flags half-staff today? I guess I'm missing something. Speaking of the devil. Alright, let's commit a crime. You always pay for it. Always pay for it. I didn't want to wait on the crosswalk. What up, Robin? I'm out here trying to get business in Washington, PA. Robin's been to Washington. We took a quick peek around. Come up to the main part of town and get on foot. You gotta park your car. You gotta park your truck. You can't experience the city with the windows up driving. You gotta take it all in. There's President's Pub over here, Robin. I was saying to Mark earlier was I don't get to go in President's Pub yet, but the one that I have been going in and sitting in a little bit is alright, I ain't even say all that. I mean literally, they're doing something official with that, why the flag's like that. But I don't go to President's Pub yet. I haven't been able to go in there yet. I go to Mayor's. And that's got to have some spiritual meaning to it, because it's not intentional, and it's really had a lot of like different synchronized, it's lined up over and over again. So it's like, it's another thing to take note. That's not Overwatch, that's that's Mark 18 Mod 0. You've wrote it different ways on different accounts, so I always say it wrong. Maybe me and Robin will go in there and have a pint one day. I have never realized what the zoom is like on the live. It's so bad. That needs to be fixed. Mark said the U.S. flag should be being flown upside down because we're a nation in distress. I don't disagree with you. That would be a good thing for everybody to start doing. Because then people would be like, what's going on? Why is everybody turning their flags upside down? You know what I mean? That's a good thing. If you get everybody going like, what? Because they ain't going to do that until something actually happens. So if you wanted to try to warn people, that ain't a bad idea. I'd have to think about it more. But putting all the flags upside down, or just like getting it to start to be what people are doing, and then like more and more people catch on and start doing it, that might not be a bad idea. Because I've thought about that, on how do you get people to pay attention. How you doing, brother? How do you get people to pay attention? Got to be a way to get their attention, you know? Maybe the flag upside down. Audio keeps cutting out. And a storm trying to form above me all day, and it's been doing that whenever I've been trying to use the phone for other stuff. Just holding my position on the wall, Robin. He's my buddy too. Oh no, I'm going to my cousin's. This is where my mom works, Robin, in that building. If you ever get a chance to come back down to Washington, we could walk around, grab something to eat, grab a beer, talk to people, talk to real people. As real as any people are, anyway. I don't know what any of us are, but I like being out with the, you know what I mean? Everybody who's kind of got their life together all the way usually ain't the ones you're walking around with. And I do notice that. Audio ain't still cutting out. I was up on the hill. So I haven't done that. My mom's office parking lot just finished getting repaved now. Her office is in there, but her parking lot is right there, and you can't even see it. I'm not even going to zoom again. It's just a newly paved parking lot. They still got the cones and the caution tape around it. Nobody can go on it because they did it today. I'm turning in the application for my driver license to be restored. And then I'm gonna, as soon as that goes through and everything's legit and stuff, I'm gonna be going to Washington and back and forth a lot from Weirden to Washington. Like, a lot. Once I can legally transport myself. It's like 45, 50 minutes, but I think I'm going to be making the trip at least multiple times a week as soon as I can. I know I'm going to be, actually. So I'll be in both places. I don't want to put no long trips on that truck until I get some money put into it. It's good right now. I think it's ready to be inspected and it's driving and stuff and working, but I don't know. Once I have my license, I can rent a car though. The insurance will be more for me, but if I was going to make a trip any kind of distance, I wouldn't do it in that truck. Yeah, I didn't read your comment. I went, see what I mean? Robin, what the last thing I just said about not about renting a car and stuff is I was thinking about like a Philly trip, but of how I would do it. And once I had my license back, I would rent a car. I mean, I could take the truck too. I'm just, even like all of my equipment and stuff, it's all my paps. He made it mine. He wanted it to be mine. He's not using truck-ready equipment anymore. But the issue with that is I get a lot more paranoid about it. I was doing some pro bono work at my cousin's house, and she was like, let me use the weed whacker while you're using the chainsaw. I cannot. I'm not even trying to say people don't know how to weed whack or something like that. I'm just scared like that. It's like with the truck, driving the truck ain't happening. Like nobody's driving it but me. I should say that because then some situation will come up where I don't want to cause that. So on a normal day, I wouldn't just have anybody jumping in the truck and taking off because I feel a level of responsibility with that than I ever have with any other physical material. And it's still just physical. It's going to be gone someday too. I don't know about what you mean about Springfield. I haven't been on the news, like actually paying attention to anything. I put Marfugel's channel on sometimes, but then I fall asleep. I don't even know what's going on. Well, that's crazy. Battery's on 15%. Alright. Of course, now there's a couple people in here. The battery's going back. It was on I thought it was on 60 something when I started, right? 38-minute live stream. So 50% of my battery away without being connected to Wi-Fi. That Zoom feature needs spoke on. I never really paid attention to what it's like when you're on YouTube live streaming and you try to flip the camera and zoom up on something and then unzoom it. They don't have the little scale thing to where you can see like how a camera has, at least on I think Android and Apple products, but that's annoying. If anybody's curious what I'm talking about, it's the Zoom feature. Springfield. Trump was talking about at the same time The Simpsons. Don't they live in Springfield in the future? Or actually watch The Simpsons. I've only seen clips of people making videos about them. I watched South Park a long time ago. I always thought one day I'm just going to sit down and binge watch it and just watch The Simpsons from beginning to end every season and stuff, but I've never done it yet. I'm pretty sure the guy who is, alright. What state is the actual Springfield in that Trump's talking about? I'm gonna have to go up the elevator and stuff. I'm gonna stay live with you guys with me if you don't care, but I have to go in the building and up to the floors. I don't think anybody's up there, and I have my own little separate space I can go into. I'm just concerned because I know it's going down quickly. What an inconvenient batteries are. What an unnecessary inconvenience this is in 2024. I'm doing this with these devices. And I'll be honest with you, the cordless ones are worse. I don't even like them. The ones that you just set the phone down on, because then you can't use the phone at all, because if you move it even a little bit, it messes up and stops charging. So at least with the charger on, plugged in, you can pick it up. Let's go charge this device. Alright. I'm really, really surprised I'm not weed whacking a bank right now. Cutting some saplings down. Or mowing a yard for that matter. Well, the mowing the yard is because nothing has grown because severe drought. It's supposed to be raining all day today. It's dry. It's just dry. And it's affecting everybody. And it affects some people more than others. We're going up there. We're moving on up. Well, I was going to stay on here until I go up there, but I'm kind of starting to wonder if my battery's going to die before I get up there. And a new voicemail. I need to check that because I didn't have no phone calls. Did you hear a little bit ago, Mark, whenever I showed those? Every time I walk over here, they land all over me when I walk back. Another thing that could be cutting the audio out is me turning the phone sideways. It like pauses the live. Anybody still in here got anything to chat about? I'm probably going to cut it if it ain't a conversation, ain't a topic worth getting into. Jade Helm, restricted human domain. It's played out on the world stage. It works. Yeah, it works. I'm not trying to start a conspiracy about postal service. That institution is being used more than any other one, even though they're all controlled by the same ones. All the superstores, like the hotel chains, the automobile companies. It's an illusion to us of the separateness. ones. They're definitely being the most useful tool. You know, I haven't seen it in a long time. I don't even know where to go to watch it now. I really don't even know where that would be as far as his channel. But what I do know is that I have really still shakes me up to think about it. An incident with my old one of my channels called Arconian's Lieutenant Michael. And I felt like I was used to speak out a warning to Kleck, and I feel like that it was when that boulder fell into my front of him when he was going past what was that, Red Mountain Road or something like that. But the day before, 4 days before, I made a video about him, and I said very clearly like what humility was and stuff, and you know, some of the ways that he's talking and everything just really disgusted me. So then I titled it and used the video as a warning, and I said, he will be coming around the mountain when he comes. And then Kleck started posting videos. Wish it was like Red Mountain Road or something like that, but it's still on his channel, and that Arconian's Lieutenant Michael channel somewhere. Somebody has it, but it ain't me. I don't understand him either. I don't understand me, let alone him, or Robin, or you, Mark. I'm trying to figure out how we all got into this. Phone's about to die, and I gotta run. That's what I was coming to do, but now I'm not positive that I locked the door. When I just reached to go give you the keys, now I'll be right back. I'm sure I did. I'm so tired of doing this. It's like something's erasing my memory on shit like that. We gonna lose this stream, guys. So I'm gonna try to get back up. We're on 8%. Let's try to go fast. Yeah, him too. Indiana. Sure who, I know the one before that, I just don't know who Indiana is. What's up, Steve? You're here. Shit, I gotta move. Look where I'm strolling. Been trying to brew up a storm all day. I keep saying it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. You know, I could make a couple dollars at least if it would rain. There's yards that I have lined up as work to do in 2 different states, and neither of them have grown in weeks and weeks. It's been like that all year. I gotta move my feet. Oh, I didn't even have to come this far, dummy. belly full of pork. I can go a long time. When I start to feel the tiredness or whatever, then that's whenever just a second. I missed the elevator. Yeah, but that doesn't tell you anything, Mark. That's the kind of stuff that I'm really not. I'm looking for things that are actually, like, make sense. Like, there are things about matter and how things work and stuff. Regardless of what somebody thinks about gravity, if I hold a rock in my hand and let it go, some force is making it go to the ground. It don't just stay suspended there. With that, I think it has a lot to do with density. I think that's why you can blow a bubble underwater. Like, you ever see a kid with a straw? They blow into it. It's like, I think that's. But that faith in his word thing doesn't actually mean anything as far as helpful or useful data or information. That's what they say in all the buildings. And maybe I'm just overthinking it. Maybe I'm just making it harder than it needs to be. Oh, I don't know Paul. Not only do I not know Paul, but I've never even watched Paul. Forces me to have it up and down, but then I set the phone down. What? My point in that is that you and no preacher and nobody else can actually speak out what you mean to me, because I keep asking questions until you realize that you don't know what you mean. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be rude, and you're not the one that I buy my coffee cup because the cross fell off the shelf. Did it break your coffee cup, or what do you mean? One of those right here. That's my badge, and I don't represent blood sacrifice, nor do I teach it or believe in it. I don't think that is a solution to anything good here. And I think that the reason why that story is based around it and why they're so obsessed with making everybody say it out loud and believe it and stuff is so that they'll accept it again in the future. It won't happen. Not maybe the older generations that are here. Only the older ones. The newer ones, the younger generations that are on Earth now are not going to go along with that. They're not going to play that game. It just sounds bad. You can tell that there was a pretty nefarious planning behind the I don't think anybody actually loved it. I think people pretend. I think everybody likes to feel good, and I think love is the highest force of anything in this reality. And what I consider to be evil, I don't think anybody actually loves it. I think people are just so engulfed in it, or they also pretend because they don't know how to back out of it. That's what I think. Because if you think about what that means to love evil, but I mean, I understand they do seem to purposely choose to misdirect, confuse, and harm the masses at whole. I don't think everybody in the fraternity is evil or anything, but we have to adjust the secret order thing here. It has to happen. Like, out in the open for everybody to discuss it. Because everything is built from it, off of it. Well, we're at about an hour. Not that I expect any rewatch or replays on this because they never go up after they're posted. I'm just gonna cut it off, and you guys know how to reach me. Me too, because I'm up high right now. It shouldn't be bad, but I'm gonna cut it off anyways because the battery ain't going up. I appreciate you both, Robin, Mark. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me for a minute. Talk to you soon. Stay up.